y'all, good morning. Hey you guys, good morning. Welcome back to She's Legally in Progress. I'm Talia, for those of you that are new, and I currently work as a house counsel discovery assistant here in the state of Florida. I'm also a new entrepreneur with a business for freelance paralegal and administrative services, and I'm also continuing my education in the legal field. So whatever capacity, I haven't decided yet. I wanted to do something just a tad bit different. So today is Tuesday. Normally I try to drop a video on Tuesday. However, I have not been really doing any. I'm behind on. No. Oh no. I have 2 appointments at the same time. Oh, yikes. I have 2 appointments at the same time. I told a client that I can call them. Okay. Anyways, this is a day in the life working from home as a discovery assistant and an entrepreneur. So I don't know. So right now I've already been logged into work, and I've already had to talk to my client outside of work. I need to get a contract over to them for them to sign, and I need to pick up a check to submit to the roofers. So I was on the phone with that. Y'all, I'm just like, ugh. It's really sad how people treat people. I've been trying to reach out to obtain the information from these people, but they won't speak to me, even though my clients have made it very clear, like, this is my project manager, like, you need to ask her. I don't know, you need to ask her. I don't know, you need to ask her. They still are like going to them, and so ugh. It's eye-opening, and I don't know how to do that. I had to send a really like nice nasty email, like, I don't know what your problem is, but if you want to get your contract, if you want to get your payment, I need this information. And they like, and it's just like, what is wrong with you? So but we're moving on. As far as my actual job, so this morning I have already started clearing out my UR, and I've sent over a couple of initial disclosures to the adjusters that we received from opposing counsel. Currently, I'm calendaring our discovery response for incoming discovery. I have been on plaintiff's BUTT about these deadlines. I am no longer like, you cannot be nice. I don't know what's going on with everybody, but you can't be nice. You cannot be nice. And it's just like, why are y'all, why you can't be nice to people? And it's just like, no. And I have some attorneys that are just like, if they issue discovery before their initial disclosures, cancel all of that. Now they need to refile it. And I'm just like, I see, because they're taking advantage, and it's crazy. It's too much. It's too crazy. So I'm really, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So anyways, let's keep working. I don't know what to do, because I need this information. I don't know who that is, but I think that's all right. This is supposed to be moving quick, so I don't know, y'all. I have not done one of these in a minute, so let me figure out what's going on. Okay, so first of all, I'm not sure why I look so focused right here, but that's how I do my work. And please excuse the quality of this audio. I've never done this before. Right here, I am editing a document. I've been talking to you guys a lot about the initial disclosures, and they take a long time. On the side here, I'm messing around with my phone because in my earphone is my client. So while I'm listening to the meeting that was put on my book last minute. I'm also trying to respond and get my client over what they were requesting. This was a discovery, or excuse me, an onboarding call. So I was trying to understand what they were saying as well as keep up with this meeting that really could have been an email. And then, of course, I'm also click clacking away and doing my initial disclosure because those take so long to do, and I was already in the middle of that. So I'm doing both simultaneously at the same time. We know in this field you have to multitask. You're not going to get very far if you cannot multitask. And I'm always either editing. A lot of times when you guys don't see me typing, it's because I am fixing the format on documents. A bulk of what I do is formatting my document so that I can easily respond and put it nice and pretty so that even when the attorney types in what they need to type in, I don't have to go back and update anything. It'll be ready to file and go. And we do make our documents from scratch here, so I'm not going off of a template or anything like that. Okay, you guys, so now I have gotten back on the phone with my discovery client, and I was trying to also film a day in my life for Instagram. I don't think it ever made it to Instagram, but I'll have to do what I can. I was trying to go over the interrogatory questions with her so that we could get completed answers, and that process is normally long just because they have questions, they're not sure why they're asking certain questions or things don't apply, but we have to ask anyway, of course, for accuracy. All right, so there I go again. I'm just click clacking away on my keyboard and I am asking her questions um, as they are written out from opposing counsel, and I'm typing in the answers. I'm speaking with my hands, even though she is not in front of me, because that is who I am. There's nothing I can do about that, girl. But I'm trying to listen and I'm trying to get her to answer in a way that I can simplify and make sure it's clear for the attorney because people try to over explain and ramble as well when they're answering these questions. So I'm just trying to get her to understand kind of the thought or reason. And here I'm laughing because she was like, why would they ask me that? I don't have a criminal record. And I get that question all the time, and they're asking to try to find something. Sometimes some of these questions are bad, what I call bad discovery questions, because they're not going to lead to any information. So, of course, I'm just putting in the information and excuse me, I'm putting in the information, asking, rinse and repeat. Okay, so me and this particular client, we were having too good of a time on the phone, laughing at the questions. So while I am still like studious and working, you'll see me like laughing a lot at this point. It's always important to build rapport with your client because if anything comes up, they're more likely to answer, or if I need to call back and get so the better the rapport, the more likely you'll be able to get back in contact with that person should you need to schedule anything with them or clarify. Because sometimes discovery can be weird. Excuse the background noise, but what I was saying was discovery can be kind of weird in a sense of like they will do supplemental discovery and it'll be the same questions. So if you have a good rapport with your client or whoever you're talking to, they're more likely to be less aggravated when you have to repeat yourself because of course you want it to be as accurate as possible. And normally when you get supplemental discovery, it comes in after a certain time period so they can see if the answers to the questions have changed. So as I continue to finish up and type, I'm just reassuring her that she'll be hearing from me for review here. All right, y'all. So it is 3:50. I'm getting ready to wrap it on up for the remainder of the day and start on my second job, which is just, I've been doing a lot of, do I need to? I've been doing a lot of work to put myself back out, you know, put myself out there, and on a lot of VA platforms, doing like small tasks for people that need it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I have anything else to do today. And yeah, it's been all day. I have talked to one client that was just so sweet. She was so sweet. She was like, I don't even understand this. She was so sweet. I guess she needs a privilege log for I have one attorney that was really nasty with me today, and I'm like, see how close that is? See how close this is? This close to going corporate gangster on her. That close. Because why do you feel, let me see, she messed up all my formatting. 23. This is ridiculous. And I feel like she did it on purpose, but she didn't like what I had to say. And you know, I grew up with a black mother, okay, and she taught me how to read, R-E-A-D, and read the other way too, respectfully. All right, so I was gonna say it is the end of the day, so normally what I like to do, it's an hour before I leave for the day, and what I normally do the last hour of my day is I go back through the chat, because I am in a chat for people that I train. So I go back through the chat and make sure everything as far as answers and things like that have been answered in those chats. I check my emails to make sure I haven't gotten anything urgent since the last time I checked them. I try to check it, you know, I get a pop-up when I get a new email, and I try to make sure if it's something that requires my attention that I go ahead and respond. And then if I have any other inquiries that require that need to be done, I also check, because we go by like a task list, I also check to make sure that I've cleared out all of my stuff for the day, so I'm not leaving anything lingering. Okay, y'all, so yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap up any emails that I missed, get in these chats, and make sure that everybody's questions got answered, and so that they can feel acknowledged and like they got the information, even though it's a little bit late. But I always go through. Somebody normally is replying. I'm not the only trainer or the only person that trained that group, so someone normally does that. And then I'll also make sure that all my criticals have been addressed, all my things that need to be calendared is calendared, and anything that I'm pending or waiting on a response, that I got a response. And then I'm wrapping it up for the day. So I'm about to go ahead and finish this privilege log and wrap it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these type of videos, and hopefully this is not super long, so if it is, my apologies. I tried. Okay, all right, you guys, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.